The story of Puri Jagannath. Once upon a time, there lived a king whose name was Indradyumna, who ruled the central part of India. He was a great Vishnu devotee and had a wish to see Lord Vishnu. Once, a traveler from the east came to his kingdom and said that Lord Vishnu is worshipped as Nilmadhav in Odisha, and you can find him there in his purest form. On hearing this, the king got very excited and asked the head priest's brother Vidyapati to immediately go to Odisha and find out if this information was correct. The king's order, being the utmost priority, made Vidyapati start his journey immediately. Since Odisha is surrounded by forests, ocean, and big mountains, it was extremely tiring journey, as in those days there were no flights. Somehow, after a long journey, he finally reached Odisha, where he met the tribal head Vishwasu, who was secretly guarding the Lord Nilmadhav. Even after requesting so many times, Vishwasu did not permit Vidyapati to even see Lord Nilmadhav or even have a glimpse of him. Vidyapati was very upset and he did not want to go back empty-handed to his king. So he thought, why not stay in the same village for a while? Days passed. Vidyapati fell in love with Vishwasu's daughter and soon they tied the knot. This was the only chance for Vidyapati to see Lord Nilmadhav too. Hence one day, while he was resting with his wife, he asked her if she could ask her father whether he would show Vidyapati Lord Nilmadhav. She requested her father to show him at least a glimpse of Lord Nilmadhav. Vishwasu agreed on one condition, that he will take him to that place blindfolded. They started their journey. Somehow, Vidyapati managed to carry some sesame seeds so that he can track the way to the place, as he was blindfolded. They reached that location and he was spellbound to see Lord Nilmadhav. After his return, he immediately rushed to his king and confirmed him on the presence of Lord Nilmadhav. The king immediately started his journey with Vidyapati and they followed the sesame tracks to the temple. As soon as they reached that cave where Lord Nilmadhav was residing, to their surprise, the Lord was no longer there. The king got very upset. He sat near a tree in the jungle and suddenly he heard an Akashvani. The king was being asked to collect the floating log from the river and build a Lord Vishnu murti from that log and also a temple for him. He found the floating log in the river that looked extremely divine. He brought that log to his kingdom and called the best of carpenters in his kingdom to carve the Lord Vishnu's murti from that log. The log was very hard, so all the carpenters failed to create anything out of that log. The king was very tensed, as this was the toughest part, to create a murti from that log and also build a Vishnu temple. One day, the carpenter of the gods, Vishkarma, came to his kingdom in the form of an old carpenter and said, "Don't worry, king, I can make murtis." The king was very happy. But Vishkarma had a condition that he should not be disturbed for 21 days. The king agreed and the work started. Every day the king and the queen used to come near the door and wait and hear the noise of the hammer. Few days passed. The queen started losing her patience, and one day, since there was no noise since morning, the queen forced the king to get the door opened and also check if the old man was alive. They both opened the door and found the incomplete statues of Lord Vishnu, sister Shubhadra, and brother Bala Badra. The king was instructed to keep these statues in the same form, as this will be the main dham of Kalyug. It is believed that in Kalyug, every human being has to take care of their own self. Hence, Lord Jagannath doesn't have ears or hands. Here, he is in the giving position or giving posture. It is a message from the Lord that you will be rewarded for all your good deeds or karmas, and vice versa. Also, it explains the significance of death, that once we are born, death is inevitable. This is the story of Lord Jagannath, the Lord of the universe.